All right, there, everybody. Back here on the tabletop with the back nine of the 2019 Tinseltown Open from Sunset Canyon Country Club in Pacific Palisades, California. I'm Tenacious Earl, and we have a bit of a surprise here in this one. Samson Peterson was the third round leader, and in the final round here, he has staked a 3 under par round thus far through 9 holes, and he has a 5-shot lead over Trent McAdams and Tagaki Yamasaki. McAdams is also 3 under on his round, but started way back. He gets a blue chip after every hole because of an early special result, so that's how he's been able to attain a -3. But he still has a ways to go and probably needs some help from Peterson along the way. Tagaki Yamasaki playing with Peterson as well as Trevor Nolan. Neither of them have gotten anything going. Yamasaki's 1 over on his round. Trevor Nolan 2 over, and so they are way back 5 and 6 behind respectively. So, and Gil Granberry is also 6 back. We're going to pick up the action at the 13th with McAdams, Martin Van Dyke, Gareth Leonard, and Benicio Vasquez are all out of contention, and so they are off of the page, and we're going to go with McAdams first here at the 13th, a par 4 with 4 degrees of course control. He only has 1 blue chip at the moment, and it's a semi-daunting hole. And it's a 45, which is he finds the greenside bunker. And so with the 2 is asked if he's sandy. He is a semi-sandy guy. And the decider die says he is sandy, so he's going to have a chance to possibly make this shot. So we're going to roll white in the D. And it is a 2, which means he will have an easy putt for par, which is the high roll. Whenever I say high roll, that means 6-6 miss is the only miss. Everything else is a make. And so he does stay at -3 on his round at -18 for the tournament. Okay, I'm going to take white and black and roll them for Van Dyke and Leonard, who are both out of contention. So Leonard would have the honor. So on semi-daunting, 3 is par. He stays even. Van Dyke, that's also a par. He's +4 on his round. Had a really off day, that guy. Okay, toughest hole on the course here, 12. 18 is pretty tough as well, but and so it's going to be, let's see, it's going to be Gooch Wilborg, who finds himself 7 behind. I haven't taken these other guys out of contention yet. But so it's going to be 45, which is in the sand in 2, plus he gets an exclamation mark for his trouble as well. And a green 6, so this is a really bad roll. He's semi-sandy with a dot, so he does catch a break there. He'll have, it would normally be easy, but with the exclamation mark for this particular roll, he gets a moderate putt per par. So because he's sandy on this hole, and he makes his par, he escapes, still -1 on his round, -16 for the tournament. Gerald Ashley. This decider dies. Yes, that's a 14, which is Golf Game course. It's a daunting hole, so this is not going to be very favorable. He has a clutch putt for bogey because it's daunting. So Ashley, he's going to be out of contention here. Well, you might as well go ahead and use the blue chip, make him gold, and he still misses it. Easy double, which he does make. So that's Ashley, and I'm color coding my spaces, so he goes to +3 for his round, and he's going to be out of contention as well. So we're going to have a bunch of guys here out of contention. Speaking of which, here's Vasquez. Daunting 6 is a bogey. So he is +3. I might end up color coding at the end. We'll see. All right, so an easier hole here, the par 5 11th, and it'll be Gil Granbury coming off a birdie at 10. 226. Is he a yeoman? No. Is he a shaper? He is a shaper. He will get a blue chip. And we'll head to the gallery cheers chart. And he is not a hacker, so he'll have a difficult birdie putt because of the green 6. So he will try and make it. Needs a 1. It's a 3, so now a moderate par. He makes that. Up and down around for him. Eagled the first. Then bogey, double bogey to get him 1 over, and he's worked his way back to even par over the course of the round. Now Dustin Emmerich, a guy that you would have thought would have been up for the game today, but he has been struggling. He's +2, 266. He is a king, so he gets a blue chip that swipes away the red. And now we go to the gallery cheers par 5 chart. Is he a master? He's semi-master, no doubt, so he does not get... oh, wait, that's grown. Actually, is he champion? He is champion, so he can actually go for it. I read off the wrong chart. He's a champion. He's so far back, he is going to go for it. So we go to the go for it chart in the book here. And we re-roll white. And he gets a 1, so he earns another blue chip. And he's got a moderate putt for eagle. And he will use the blue chip. He wants so he gets a 1 to 4 chance. So 4 out of 6. And he gets a 5. So that was moderate. No, that was easy. Now this is going to be a gimme birdie. So he makes the birdie. And he gets back to +2 on his round. And now Rodell, 236. Okay, so today's conditions are windy, which means everybody has duffer and utility qualities. So the first one here is asked if is Rodell a duffer, and he is, so he earns a red chip and immediately goes to the gallery groans. So the wind got him. Now green 3. Is he a master? No, he's not. So it's going to be polite applause. So he should have a chance at least at a par here. That's a 1, so he will have a difficult putt for birdie. He's going to give it a shot here. He needs a jump start. Needs a 1. And you can see it. It is a 1. That's a birdie. So he gets back to even par. -17. And now the 10th for the leader, Samson Peterson. Par 4, relatively easy hole, tough green, but cordial nonetheless. He gets 145. Duffer or gilded, so he is duffer because of what we talked about before, so he's going to get a red chip. And the gallery groans with the green 4. Is he workman? No, he's not. He'll have a difficult par putt. So he needs a 1 to 3 to stay at -23. And he does. 5 shots ahead of McAdams in top. Tagaki Yamasaki. Trevor No One is next. Okay, he gets a 1-2-2. Is he a duffer? Another check of that, and he loses a blue chip because of it. And now the green 2, is he a master? No. Moderate putt for par. And he makes it. Remains at minus 17. Now Yamasaki. It's a 5-5-6. Is he a legend? No. Is he a hacker? No. So it's going to be experience. Check if he's prospect. He's not a prospect, so he'll have a moderate birdie putt. Yamasaki is not going to use the blue chips that he has. He's going to hold on to them. Needs a 1 or a 2. And it's a 5. See, if he'd used 1, he wouldn't have gotten it. So that leaves him with an easy par putt. He just cannot get on the ball. The course is playing tough today. We have 3 golfers under par at the moment. And we're going to 14 with Trent McAdams in second place. Par 3. And he earned another blue chip. He gets a blue chip after every hole. So he's actually going to use it here to get control. Take control on this par 3. It's 1-3-3. Is he a hacker? No, he's not. So it's going to be mood. And his mood is stormy. So that's going to hurt him. So it's going to be a double difficult putt for par. He will make it difficult with his blue chip. And he makes it. Stays tied for second. Now we got Van Dyke and Gareth Leonard. Normal. So that's a bogey for Leonard and a par for Van Dyke. But they're not on the scoreboard, so we'll just move along. We're almost ready for the check for I can't remember, emerging contenders. Okay, so Wilborg gonna square off against this. I'm gonna put McAdams, give him the chip right now. So don't forget, 14 is Golf Cam course. Par 4 and a 4. Is it cordial? No. Is it daunting? It's not daunting either, so he gets an easy putt for par. So we'll just roll 2, the high roll, and he makes his par. Okay, now these 2 guys here are Vasquez and Ashley. Semi-daunting, those are both pars. Okay, to the 12th. Coming off 2 birdies here, we've got, let's see, it's going to be Emmerich first. Tough 12th. 35 is Golf Cam course. Green 3, cordial, no. Daunting, yes. Clutch putt for bogey. Get a blue chip if he can make this. Needs a 1 to 4, and he does. Still a bogey. He's back to +3. Minus 15 for the tournament. Now Riddell. 23. It's in the rough and 2 with the green 2, so he may actually get away with a par here, I would imagine. rough and 2, right? 23 rough and 2, and a green 2. Is he a master? No. He'll have a moderate par putt. Got to avoid the 6, and he doesn't. So easy bogey, and they both him and Emmert give back shots. Give back the shots they got on 11. And now Granbury. And it's going to be 26 golf cam course. Might get away with a par here. Let's see. Cordial or laser? Well, Granbury's laser, so he gets a clutch putt for birdie. And he's got a blue chip. He's going to use it to make himself gold. And he still misses. Easy par. That's a wasted opportunity for Gil. Even the opportunities where guys have a chance to gain shots and get closer. It's Peterson, they can't do it. So here is Peterson at the par 5. Let's see if he's got a birdie in him here. 3-5-5, par 5. He hasn't hit any of these duffer jobs yet. 3-5-5. King? No. Utility. He is utility. He will get a second red chip because everybody is duffer and utility. And so the green 3 on the gallery groans. Is he a master? No. So he'll have a moderate putt for par. He's just going to hang on to those red chips and try to cast them off when it makes more sense. Okay, so Nolan. Two, 5, 6, par 5. He's a semi-legend, does not have the decide or die, so it's not direct. It's going to be short game check. Green 5, he's not soft, so he'll have a moderate par putt. And he holes it out, so stays at minus 17 on the tournament. And now Yamasaki. It is a dot, so it is double cordial. He's got a white 6 there. You can't see it. It's just on the ledge. So he will not get another blue chip, but he will earn a birdie. And that will get him to minus 19 sole possession, second place. Finally back to even par, and maybe this will start a run for Yamasaki, albeit there's some tough holes to come. He has blue chips, though, which that may be the strategy here. Okay, so we are at the 15th, which means we do the emerging contender check. So, and another tough hole. It's the 15th here, but so I need to get this chart right here. So Peterson is 3 under par. So the leader is between 2 and 4. So we roll 2 dice once. And it's 14, so the draw golfer in B+. Oh, I didn't bring them down. I got to go get my cards. I'll be right back. So I was inputting the results from the other golfers last night, and I forgot to bring cards back up, or back down. So we have to get a draw golfer out of the B pluses, and they will be 2 strokes back of the leader, which that should at least hopefully make it a little more interesting. But all right, so we're going to do this the best I can because it's kind of cluttered here right now. So there's 14 of them here. I need to get my D20 out. And let's see who's going to be the emerging contender here. You would figure that I'd have an emerging contender on the time that I don't bring my cards back downstairs, so I had to go out and get them. So 14, and it's 11, so it's going to be right here. This guy, you can't see him. He's just off the chart right there. It's going to be Lucas Bergman, a new name. So he will, I'm going to have to pull him out of the B plus category in my spreadsheet, which helps to calculate the scores, because we're going to end up calculating his score through this final 3 holes. He's going to be playing 16. Okay. And I'm going to find his little cheater small card here. One moment while I do this. This will take a little bit of time here. Bingo. 2 shots behind Peterson. Okay, and now I want to look up, make sure Bergman does not have any TFNs till further notices that I am unaware of. Nope. Okay, good. All right, so we are gonna. Oh, I need to put this right in my box here. All right, we're gonna have Bergman play the 16th, and he's gonna be 2 back. So we'll see if he can make any headway here. He's gonna start with par 3. Oh no! One of those days. I almost had one of those moments like Ralphie in Christmas Story, where I could have gone, "Oh, fudge." Because I had my dice on top of the card for the emerging contenders, and I lifted that up, and the dice were there, and they went just like the lug nuts in the famous scene where Ralphie blurts out a little bit of a naughty word. All right. Merry Christmas, Brandon Baker. So it's going to be Bergman. You can see his card there. He's semi-workman, so he's got some bad shots in there, but he's also a big hitter. And he's also been on tour for a while, so he's semi-icon. So here is Bergman playing the relatively mild 16th compared to everything, but that's a 12. That's going to be in the rough green side. But he's got a green 1, so it should mean... Oh, he's lucky. It asks, is he a workman? And it's the decider die says no, so he is going to be able to have his pin shot. So we're going to roll the white and the decider, and he gets, oh, so close, but it's going to be a gimme par. If the decider die had been yes, that would have been a hole out for birdie, and he'd be within 1, but instead he is going to let's see. I got to do a little bit of quick math here. So I am assuming he's coming from the Leonard group at minus 14, so he's at 7 under par because he was at B plus, and the only B plus guy I brought was Gareth Leonard. He was minus 14. So okay, to the 15th, and it'll be Trent McAdams. He does not have enough blue chips to be able to buy control on this, but he does get another blue chip here for a patient par, and then he's going to get another blue chip because the hole just finished. So he ends up getting 2 out of that. So he'll have some more for a little later. So he got a special result, which has brought that forth. He gets an extra blue chip. He gets a blue chip after every hole. I read it as different than lucky. Lucky, you get a blue chip when you're out of blue chips. So, and now the 1 for Van Dyke. Semi-daunting 1 with, let's see, what's the 5? The 5 is Leonard. Daunting. Well, we got to roll this twice now. So it is a birdie and a bogey. So another bogey for Leonard. And a birdie for Van Dyke. Plus 3. Plus 2. Okay. To the 14th. And it will be Gooch Welborg. So at least we have a tournament here now that we've got Bergman back in it here. Okay, so Welborg will have control 3, 4, 5. And that is going to lead to a difficult par. Straight up difficult par. Then he misses that, so now a moderate bogey. He will make it, but that's going to drop him back to even. 3, 4, 5 is an automatic deal. Okay, now Vasquez and Ashley. So, par and bogey. So Ashley will get the bogey. Okay, now 13. Yep, so Brandon Baker is in agreement with my sentiment about that. Get a blue chip at the start of every hole, or after every hole, I guess is the way that I read it, but I try to give it to him at the end of the hole because that way I don't forget. All right, so Emmerich. Actually, no, it's not Emmerich. It is Granbury. He parred. So 3, so that's 24. Rough and 2. Green 5. He's not a master, so he's going to have a difficult par putt. Needs a 1, 3, and he gets it. Stays at minus 17. It will now be Dustin Emmerich. Par. White 6 par. And now Carson Riddell. 4, 5, 6. I think that's Golf Cam Green, is it not? Yes, it is. And it's a decide or die yes, so this is daunting. Well, no, it's challenging. Green 4, it's challenging. It's a clutch bogey putt for Riddell, and he's going to drop at least a shot here. He needs a 1 to 3, and he misses it. So he's going to end up with a double, and I think that's going to take him out of contention. Give him the old hot pink treatment, magenta treatment on the sheet. That's how I'm signifying doubles. And he is going to be out of contention as well. So, okay. Yamasaki coming off a birdie. He's gonna get desperate, and he's gonna use the 2 blue chips to take control on this tough par 4. He gets 4, 5, 6. That's probably the worst roll you could get. That's, again, the Golf Cam Green, and it's going to be the clutch putt for bogey. So, and he does make that, but he can't. He spent chips, so he can't earn them, and he's going to drop a shot. So, as you can see, the blue chip usage is not a guarantee of anything. So he's back to minus 18, and it looks like it's going to be a 2-man race between Peterson and Bergman. See if Bergman can post minus 22 or something like that. All right, so it'll be Peterson next. He's going to scrub off a blue chip here, give the course control. 16 is in the rough and 1 with a green 3. He might get away with a par here, which would be a great use of a blue chip on a tough hole. Or a red chip, excuse me. Rough and 1, green 3. Is he workman? He's not. Easy second putt for par. And he is going to try and scrub the other one. It's going to be moderate. Well, he's going to drop a shot. Trying to get greedy, and he does get his bogey. He's going to drop to minus 2 on the round. Minus 22. And maybe some nerve starting to show up for Peterson. It's amazing how often that happens when you try and scrub a red chip going from easy to moderate, how that's when that 6 comes up. You'd think it'd be a great use of it just to kind of like, and there's a blue chip for no one and a par. Still way back. Okay, 17th. 17th, a scoring hole. Maybe Bergman can get there to minus 22 and hold on to it on 18 and give Peterson something to think about. He gets 116 on the par 5. Is that a duffer check? That would be crappy. It is a duffer check. 116. So he will get a red chip. Now he gets the green 1, so he might have a chance at a strong applause here. But he's not a master, so he gets polite applause. It's a 5. It's a difficult putt for par. And he misses that. Now moderate for bogey. Misses that. And there's a double. This game sometimes... I kind of feel like those just don't. That's one. There are just a couple areas in this game that don't make sense, and some of the putting doesn't make sense to me. It's the putting can be extremely penal at times, and I've thought about just instituting a rule that every putt gets a two-place movement. So if you miss a difficult, I mean, because we're talking about pros here. We're not talking about me going out there and shanking it around the green. We're talking about pros. How often do you see a guy smack a difficult putt and then he leaves himself one that's like 8 feet? I mean, there's really no middle ground in the putting part of this game. It really just makes it where you feel like you have to lag every time, and I'm not a fan of that. I just don't think that's necessarily the most accurate thing in the world. So I'm being critical. Sorry, I'm gonna be. That's just I have to be honest at times. So there you get Van Dyke with back-to-back birdies. That's the only way he's gonna birdie on this day. Is oh, he did get one on 11 out of just plain play there, but he's back to +2. Par for Leonard. But that's one of the things that makes this game a little tougher, is just, I mean, you do get cases in golf where guys melt down. So I just don't think it's as frequently as happens in this game. So the par 3, 4, 6 for McAdams. He bought control of it with a chip, and he's going to go to short game. That's where and the other thing well, not the other thing. Another thing that always comes to mind when I play this game is how often you get a guy who just gets on a roll, and then he just kind of plateaus, and that's what this guy has. And I see guys all the time. They'll run tournaments and they get 10 under pars, 11 under pars, and I'm just not sure what dice they're using. So that's an easy par putt, and that's it. I mean, there are courses where it happens for sure, but try doing that on Bethpage and see if you can do it. I'm going to give him his chip now, because I don't know, just my observation. I have not seen where this game gives you scores that routinely especially when it's windy. That's another thing. Is today I'm playing on a windy course, and that is making it much more difficult. Okay, so we're gonna get a par for Ashley, and then for Vasquez, he has a chance at birdie, but he misses it, so he's gonna get his par. And then Wilborg, who is still hanging around. I think he's actually at -15. I don't think I moved him. He's at even par. So 2, that leads to 46, which is in the sand and 1 with a green 3. So he should get out of that without a problem. He's not chunky, so he'll have easy par putt. And he sinks it. Okay. It's going to be Emmerich now. Golf Cam course, green 6. Par 3 is daunting. It's not, and he's not hacker either, so he's going to have a clutch birdie putt. Semi-gold. Can he get a 1 to 4 and maybe start making a charge here? No, he does not. Loses one of his blue chips, and he ends up with a par. I think I need new dice. I feel like the 6 comes up every time. Granbury. He'll get a par. Par 3, he can attack the green. Doesn't have any blue chips, so it would be a moderate birdie putt. He's going to take a blue chip and take a par. Riddell with a par. Hey, Al. Good morning to you, too. Merry after Christmas haze. Kind of hazy here. Foggy, not hazy. No one's going to hold on. I'll tell you what, using the blue chips on when it's windy is not a good idea to take control, because the control can whack you right around. So it's golf cam green. It's going to be challenging green, a 1 on a par 4. It's going to be challenging, double difficult putt for par. No one. He's going to lag it. Oh boy, and he almost made it. But he gets now the gimme bogey putt. And he'll make that. That's going to be a bogey. +3 on his round. Not what he was looking for today. Had a chance. Okay. Yamasaki. 26 golf cam course. Green 3. It's going to be daunting. It's going to be a bogey putt. Everything is not working out today. Semi-gold. He does make that bogey putt. It's a blue chip, but not many low scores today whatsoever. Now Peterson 3 ahead with 7 to play here. Rough and 1, green 3. He's going to escape with a par, unlike everybody else. 35. Rough and 1, green 3. Is he a workman? No, he's not. He ends up with an easy par putt. Can he avoid the 6s? Yes, he does. Well, glad to be of entertainment value when you have to work the day after Christmas. Just a second. I almost said I need a beer, but I don't really need one of those right now. Woo! Okay. So I did drop. The course is playing. Well, the course is playing tough. Peterson's -2. He is one of 2 golfers who are currently under par. Him and McAdams are the only 2. Well, if you're not counting Bergman. Bergman, he is under par, but it's kind of from an artificial means of choice. So it's going to be rough and 1, green 6. And he's not a master, so he's going to have the double difficult putt for par, and Bergman's going to end up -18. He has 2 over on his final 3, so he's going to be lagging that double difficult, and that leaves him with the easy bogey, and he will take his minus. And actually, I colored that one wrong. He doubled on 17 and bogey 18, so it's going to be -4. So a 67 round. He ends up at -18, which is 266, I think. Thereabouts. Okay. So Brandon is dealing with windy conditions at Sawgrass, and he says no lead safe. I agree, but Peterson seems to have, pardon the pun, weathered the storm here. Okay, so we're at 17. I'm going to roll Van Dyke and Leonard here. We got 6 for Van Dyke, which is going to be a potential bogey. You get a par. Wait, yeah, par there for. Wait, is it semi? No, it's regular court. Yeah, so a par for Leonard. Potential bogey for, but that's going to be a par for Van Dyke as well. No, Trent McAdams. Can he get a couple birdies here to close out? So 2, 3, 6 on the par 5. And there is Duffer, and he's going to end up losing a blue chip. There's Duffer. Goes to Gallery Groans. Green 3. Is he a master? Semi-master, no dot, so no luck there. He's going to probably end up with a par here at best. It's a 4, so that's a double difficult birdie putt. And he's going to lag it. And that leaves him with the easy par. So stays at -3, and we're starting to get towards the end of the road here. Things are speeding up a little bit with the out of contention golfers. So Vasquez and Ashley, I'll roll first. Normal 6 is a bogey for Ashley, so that's gonna be a par, I think, for Vasquez. Now Wilborg, so Ashley a bogey, he's at +5 for his round, and so that's -11 is where he's at now. You get 34 is Golf Cam course. Green 4, par 3, not daunting. He'll have a birdie putt. Semi-rust, he needs a 1 or a 2. And he gets a 4, so he'll earn a red chip. And now his easy par, which is made. And it will be Gil Granbury first. 23, rough. In the second shot, rough. 2. Is he a master? No, he gets a moderate par putt. 1 to 5, and there's the 6. So there's a bogey for Granbury. So now it's only all right. So then Emmerich. Granbury moves to -16, I think. Granbury, we started at -17. He's +1, -16. So yeah. So Emmerich, 45. Golf Cam course, green 3, and it's daunting. Nobody's exempt from this ugly course today. It's a clutch putt for bogey for him. Needs a 1 to 4. Well, he does get clutch putt, blue chip, but it's going to make him +4 on his round. He's going to be -14. Gonna go ahead and play him out, but he's right at the tail end. I mean, he's barely what you would call in contention, and it's a 1 for Rodell, semi-daunting 1. It could be a birdie, but it's not. Okay, now the leader. He has the tee here at the 14th, the par 3. Only has a few holes left, and this would be one of my special cards. Rough and 1, green 6. This is going to be a tough one to get out of, though. This might zap him here on the par 3. He's not a master, so he has a double difficult putt for par, and he's going to have to lag. And so that's going to leave him an easy bogey. And he doesn't get the high roll, so that is a bogey. -1 on his round. Man, what if Bergman could have just come in and gotten himself into the clubhouse? Took a double bogey on an easy par 5, and yeah. That was all wind, you know? So, who's next? Trevor Nolan. He's holding these blue chips. I'm not sure what he's waiting for, but 36 is rough 1, green 5. He's not a master. He'll have a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3. Misses that. Now a moderate bogey. Makes that. He's +4 on his round. Let's see. Started at -19. That makes him -15. Now Yamasaki. One blue chip. He's going to use it. Take control. 2, 3, 5. Does it spin into anything good? He's not a champion, so it's going to go to his mood. 2 asks, is he sunny? He's not sunny right now. He's neutral. So he'll have a difficult birdie putt. He's going to try and get it. Needs a 1. That's a miss. Moderate par. Makes that. So we've got just a few holes left here for each. We have 4 holes left for the leader, Samson Peterson. He's -21. 3-shot lead over McAdams, Yamasaki, and Bergman. McAdams will be finishing out this hole. Bergman has already finished. So we're going to go to 18. And it's going to be McAdams, but I think it will be Van Dyke. We're going to do Van Dyke and Leonard and get them finished up first. Neutral 2 is a par for Leonard. So he went 38 on the back. That's a 73. So +2. Let's just add them up. So that's a 12. 272 -12 for him. And now normal. That is a bogey for Van Dyke. +3 for Van Dyke. That's going to be -12 overall. So he shot even par on the back. Yeah, he's tied up with Leonard there, 272. Both those guys at -12. And now McAdams, he will use a blue chip. I didn't give him another one, but he can only use 2 on this hole anyway. He's going to take control, and it'll probably burn him, but he's got to try and get second place alone. 3, 5, 6. Scatter or puny. He's neither of those. He is a champion. He has an easy birdie putt. Use a blue chip, make it gimme. And he does birdie the final hole. -4 on the round. That's a pretty good round. He was also given a blue chip on every hole. So that is a 35 on the back. 67. 265. Is that right? -19. She's calling for you guys. Nate. Brandon says that Sam needs to lose at Sawgrass, so. Alright, man, this is where it gets tough. Okay, so we're going to play out Vasquez and Ashley here. Cordial 1 is definitely a birdie, so that's a birdie for... Who? That's going to be a birdie for Vasquez. And the 6 is... Sarah? That's a bogey. Okay, so Wilborg. He's going to give control. Throwing caution to the wind. He knows those duffer rolls are around. 22 is golf cam course. It's a cordial hole. This may be the wisest play of all. Let's see. On a 2. Cordial, yes. Clutch putt for birdie. Now he's semi-rust. Should at least get a par out of this. And he will roll for par. He doesn't have to take a blue chip or red chip because he... Whoops, I put that in the wrong one. He is even. People have to be screaming and yelling all over the place. It's my record keeping wrong. Okay, Rodell will be the first play here. That's a 4 on a normal hole. That's a par. Now Emmerich, he'll use a blue chip here. Actually, it's Granbury, not Emmerich. Granbury is also going to use his blue chip. So Granbury had the honor. Special result. Special result par 3. 56. Flubbed tee, moderate putt for bogey. Heckling fan makes him stormy. So Granbury's going to drop a shot. Tough conditions. Tough conditions. And here is Emmerich with his okay, 5-5-6 for Emmerich, par 3. Hacker, no, right now. And he is cold right now. So it's going to ask if he's cold, and he is. Double difficult, putt for par. He's going to try to make it. Nope. Now difficult bogey. He'll make that. But that's going to take. We're going to take him out of contention now. I'm not putting out the other card, so he's +5 on his round. He's going to be out of contention along with Rodell. Okay, so to the 15th. It's going to be Yamasaki. 13, Woods in 1. Green 2, Master, Semi-Master, no dot. So he's going to have an easy second putt for par. Could have been a birdie chance if the decider die had said yes, but instead he's going to stay at -18. And now Samson Peterson. 44, golf cam green, and it's challenging. McAdams may still be in play here. Green 1 on the par 4. Is it challenging? Yes. Double difficult putt for par. Peterson will lag. That leaves him with the easy bogey. And he's dropping another one. He's back to even par. Only McAdams under par here on the round today. One shot lead for Samson Peterson. He's imploding as we speak, and it's going to be Nolan. Nolan's going to use the chip through the decider die, and he will get to take control with only one. I'd like to have a strong finish here and get in maybe in 5th place if he's lucky here. It's alone. So 225. Is he a legend? Semi-legend with a dot. So he can't get a blue chip, but he will have a 2 on the gallery cheers chart. He's a semi-champion with a dot. The dot counts because it's for the golfer. If it's for the golfer, always use it consistently. If it's for the course, you always use it. If it's the golfer, then the course, you re-roll. So he's also a champion on this hole. It's a gimme birdie putt. And he should get to minus 16. So, a rare birdie for this group in the last 4 holes. And Trevor Nolan has an opportunity to maybe get that top 5 he's been looking for. Okay, 3 groups left. Many of those the members of those groups are out of contention. So we will do Ashley and Vasquez first here at the 18th. It's going to be the white one will be Vasquez, and that will be par. So for him, that's a 36 on the back, 73. That is 270 minus 14. Ashley, normal 6 is a bogey. Plus 7 for the round. So he was 41 on the back 9 with a 37 is a 78. 275 minus 9 for Ashley. Now we're going to do Wilborg. This is his final hole. This is a classic finishing hole, and he's going to get a par. Actually, he's going to attack the green because it's not like he can use the blue chip anyway. You know what? He's just going to take the par. Shoots even par on the day. 35, so he was 1 under on the back. 71. Wilborg, that is 269 minus 15. Okay, we're just about done here. We still have this deal with McAdams is in the clubhouse. I'm going to move him down here. We could get a playoff here. That would be interesting. We only have Granbury anywhere near the lead as far as this group goes. I'm going to roll Emmerich and Rodell. Rodell will be the white die. So with it being cordial, that's definitely a birdie for Emmerich. And a par for Rodell. And now Granbury. He's still trying to fight it out with Nolan for maybe for that 5th place. 1, 3, 4. And he's a duffer, so he will earn a red chip. Everybody's a duffer. And we go to the par 5 and a 4. Is he Workman? Not today. Polite applause. Re-roll white. And it's a 6. That's a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1 to 3, and he does make his par. Back to 16. Yamasaki If he could make a charge here, he could be in this too. Needs to get out, put his foot on the gas here though. Needs a good roll, and he gets 3, 4, 5. That's not a good roll. That's a difficult par putt, if I recall. It is straight up difficult. Needs a 1 to 3 when he gets it. So Nolan coming off a birdie gets another par and a blue chip. So he's going to have 2 of them there going into the final 2 holes. If he were soft, you would think about trying to get a birdie there. So here's Peterson. 1-shot lead over McAdams. 2-2. It's 22. Golf cam course. Green 4. It's not daunting. He's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. He is neutral. Can he get a 1 to 3? This would extend it to 2 again. He'd be back under par. Oh, what a putt. What a clutch putt. A birdie after 3 of the last 4 bogeys. He gets a birdie. Gets back to minus 21, and he has a cushion again with 2 holes to play. Okay, let's just take a look here. Legendary Hole's primary test lies in the intimidating semi-blind uphill drive that must travel 220 to reach the fairway. No greenside bunkers, but a challenge to reach into. There's a tree to the left, and a side hill where everybody pretty much sits and watches. Riviera Country Club is one of the classic courses on tour. We're going to go ahead and finish off Emmerich and Rodell here. Neutral 2 is going to be par for each of them. So he was 38 on the back. That's 75. That's 270 minus. That doesn't make sense, does it? Let me make sure. Emmerich, 95. 6. Yeah, 270. That's minus 14. That's right. And now plus 3. So he took a 39. Rodell did. Rough back 9 for him. 74. He's also at 270 minus 14. And now Granbury to finish. He's got that red chip. He really needs to use it, but he's going to take control. 4, 5, 6 golf cam green, I believe it is. So the green 5. Is it friendly? No. Challenging? No. Easy. Putt for par. He's going to use the red chip to make it moderate. And he makes that one. And so he does not melt down. 37 on the back for a 73, 2 over par round. And that puts him at 269 minus 15, along with Wilborg. Last group on the course playing 17 and then 18. And it's going to be Peterson with the tee here, with the honor. Can he guide this thing home, keep it between the lines? 5, 5, 6 on the par 5. Let's see what that brings up here. He's not a legend, not a champion, not a hacker. So we go to Golf Cam Green. It's not a friendly green. Green 5, cordial no, daunting, or no, green 5. Friendly no, challenging no. Easy putt for par. Just got to avoid the high roll. And he does. That's a par. Still minus 1 on his round, 21 under par. Now Trevor Noen. Two, 5, 6. Seems like that's a duffer roll. Let's see, 2, 5, 6. Legend. Semi-legend with a dot. He's going to get another blue chip. The green 6, though. Workman. He's not a workman, so he's going to end up with polite applause. No, wait, I'm wrong. Hacker, no. Strong applause. Okay. Not a hacker, so we get strong applause. So we re-roll white, and it's a 2. He gets a moderate putt for birdie. He will use 2 blue chips to make it gimme because he's almost done with his round. So he'll have a gimme bird. I was looking at the wrong chart there, and he does get a birdie. And so he still has a chance maybe to catch Yamasaki and Bergman and get himself back up into maybe top 3 area. So good for no one. And when I say no one, I don't mean no one. I mean Trevor No One. And Yamasaki he's going to have to take his par here. Doesn't have any blue chips. It's really, the attack the green doesn't really benefit you unless you've got blue chips. So we're at the final hole. No one will be first. He's going to use the chip to take control. Pull out all the stops here. 2, 3, 5, par 4. Legend or Shaper. So he's legend again. He can't get the blue chip, but he will go to the 3 column of the gallery cheers. Hero or champion. He is champion on this hole. It's an easy putt for birdie. He just needs a 1, 2, 3, or 4. And it's a 6. So there's the gimme par to finish at -17. And a pretty nice finish there for no one, even though he had a stinker of a front 9 +2. If he had done a little bit better, he would have been right there with Peterson. So 73, that's a 267 -17. Now we're going to go with we're going to go with Peterson here. Let's just finish him up. He's going to take control. He doesn't want any of the negative stuff that could happen. With the course control, 166. Par 4. Well, he's a duffer. He can't get that red chip. Green 6. Workman. No. Difficult putt for par. So he's going to lag. That leaves him with a gimme for bogey, which he would be the winner unless Yamasaki eagles out somehow. So he needs anything but 6s here. 3 dice roll, and it is in the hole. He does bogey, but he guides it into the carport. Even par on his round. 39 on the back to go with a 32 on the front. 71 -20. That's 264 -20. That's right. Now Yamasaki needs a miracle roll here. He will take control. Can he get the eagle? There is an eagle roll in the special results. Not bloody likely, but you never know. Well, 256. He needed trips. And he's not going to get that. 256. Not a legend. It's going to be short game check. We're going to finish it out here just to be sure. He's not soft. Or no, he's not stone. So he gets a pin check. Let's see if he can birdie and tie McAdams here. Needs a 1 and a dot. Can you get a 1 and a dot? He gets a 3 and a dot. So that leaves him with the easy par. And that is in. Peterson being congratulated. Our second custom card that I prepared last year. He is the winner. 2 over par for Yamasaki on the round. That makes him two. Did my math go wrong somewhere? Minus 17. I must have. He started at minus 19. I must not have moved him back somewhere. So that wouldn't have even helped him. So that's okay. It's right on the scorecard. I don't like that. That's a little better. So, one of my little creations here. You can see the junk. Of course, he was already Duffer on his card, but he just had all of the rolls basically turn out pretty decent for him, you know. And I think that's one of the things you'll learn from this is when you play this game is it's a certain level of luck. Now, I will also say, playing in windy conditions, it is tough. I mean, you're getting guys who would normally they get control of the hole and they're going to get a birdie chance, and they aren't getting it because that first check on some of those is duffer, and when it's windy, everybody's a duffer, and it just sends it to the gallery groans, which is basically par or worse. So he is one of my custom players. Yeah, Brandon was asking about that. So yeah, he was a guy I used on the slacker part of the tour, that's where I had a bunch of those guys cut their teeth, and I had some other guys like this Bob Demelmeyer who was I had to take, I don't know, my first season I didn't take the best approach to coming up with my system, but I think it works now. But I brought up a bunch of guys from the Slacker tour. I took the 125 from the regular tour, but I had also brought in, there were some qualifiers in that season too that were from the Slacker tour. So some of them got in based on points just because they had decent tournament ratings. So, I'm going to get through this, and then I have to decide whether or not the 2021 I don't know. I'm not sure what I'll do. Not 2021, the 2020 season. I just don't know. So, all right, I'm going to sign out. Got stuff to do today. I'm not going to have another video until next week. So, hope everybody has a great weekend. Just enjoy playing some tabletop sports and whatever else you have to do with your holiday cheer here between Christmas and New Year's, and we'll see you soon. Samson's Peterson is the winner. See you soon.